Welcome back to another episode of Toxiris Discovers. Today we got 3 projects I picked for myself and 4 suggested by the community. Let's get right into it.
It's the gang, we done came on. The gang.
I'm sorry for being hella late, but this week and next week gonna be and are already very busy for me. So let's get right to it. You got a couple of albums, a couple of a couple I'd say I dislike. Let's get it. First project we got, as always, starting off with the projects I picked for myself. First one being Beast Mode 2 by Future. I heard Beast Mode 1 too, but that one was more uninteresting and I couldn't really say anything about it. So decided to pick Beast Mode 2 because in my opinion that one is way better. I feel like out of all of the tracks, I mean it's not a lot, it's a pretty short project. All tracks are at least solid and all tracks have something catchy about them. If that's the hook, the flow, or the production, which is also pretty good, I gotta say. And yeah, honestly, I don't have that much to say, and I'm trying to keep the reviews to the projects I pick for myself shorter from now on, so I can get to the suggestions from the community faster and get into that more deeply if I can. So, pretty good project, nothing really outstanding, but from a Future perspective, better than his last project and better than a lot of Future projects I've heard. 7.5 out of 10. Let's move on to the next project I picked for myself. Before that, we gotta get into my favorite tracks of the project though.
This is a moment of clarity. Everything VBs and go to the maximum. Young nigga fled out of eczema, flawless to face him. What I'm supposed to do when these rats blue? Ooh. What I'm supposed to do when these rats blue? Ooh.
Then we get into Alpha Place by Knucks. The new release. Love Knucks. I think I reviewed a project of his on this series already, and I love it. See, he has this one flow and he doesn't really switch it up that much, but that doesn't really matter. It still sounds fucking amazing. The production is good, and even though I don't know a lot of the features, and the track with Stormzy, which I was really excited with, sucks, most of the features, besides Stormzy, deliver a really good verse. And I'm not trying to say Stormzy sucked, it's just that overall track was not that good. But Millions delivered a good verse, and other features were pretty good as well, even SL. So yeah, overall a very good project, very chill, very laid back, but very introspective. If you like any UK rap, listen to this. 8 out of 10.
Who would've knew these two in my crew would've still with my juice in school? I would've never have up and left if there wasn't player. How you letting them play you, player? Put on the show, you know she's right there. Delete the whole list like Drea.
Then we get to the last project I picked for myself, which is Eminem, the Slim Shady LP. Yes, I have never heard this project in its entirety. I have heard like 90% of the tracks before, but I've never heard the actual full project, so I decided to listen to it, and it's actually really good. I do think that the tracks didn't age as well as they could have, but tracks like these two are still fucking amazing to me.
That's rock bottom. This life makes you mad enough to care. That's rock bottom. You want something bad enough to stay. That's rock bottom. Okay, thought about it. Still wanna grab her, kick her out the house, get your daughter and kidnap her. That's what I did.
And yeah, it's overall, I think this project proves that Eminem has really good technical ability, but that does not mean that the songs turn out good, because there are a lot of tracks on here, like for example Brain Damage, that like just looking at the rapping are fantastic, amazing, you can see the talent, but they just they're just not that enjoyable at all. So they don't have anything catchy or anything nice to it. But overall, I would still give the project 8.5 out of 10. With that being said, let's move on to the community suggestions. The first one being Bigger Than Life or Death by SG, suggested by Zhao. Well, this project is kind of struggling, because this project has a lot of very boring tracks. Boring in terms of flow and boring in terms of production. But there were a couple tracks that had a more melodic edge, which I usually really like, and I did for him too. And I mean, these two would be my favorites, so you can see what I mean.
Niggas wanna be like me, they can't even drop they nuts for me. She got bad for team, they never came through in the clutch for me. My patience short, I can't go back and forth. I passed out pieces of my heart in hopes you leave a corpse. This the most murders in.
And yeah, those melodic tracks and a couple other tracks that just were okay kind of saved this album. The features, honestly, I was really disappointed by a lot of the features. Thugger wasn't that good. Future wasn't that good. Lil Baby wasn't that good. I'm not really impressed by them. But overall, I would still give the project, just because as an overall project, it's not that long. It's pretty solid. It's just not super good. I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. Then we get to Monsters by The Midnight, suggested by Lorsom. And this album is actually fantastic. Just the production of this project and the whole vibe of it is what carries this project to the final rating, which we'll give later. But it's still a really, really good project, and something that is out of the music I usually listen to, but I'm definitely going to listen to more by these people. This is amazing. 8.5 out of 10. Fucking great album. These two would probably be my favorite tracks off of it.
Floating empire held up by frame wire.
Damn, we get to the second to last album already. I'm rushing through this today. I mean, I don't got a lot of time, but yeah. Then we get to Thaiboy Digital, Lord of the Jewels, suggested by Psychic. Well, I don't know what to say about this project. It's pretty good. I think on this project, at least it seems to me, I don't know if it's even older or newer than the project I heard from Thaiboy, but it seemed like a more initial stage of his, like he's more on the initial stage of his career. It seems more like something he's trying to do new things and try out some shit. I mean, it still sounds good on a lot of ends. That Young Lean feature, for example, was really, really good, and that Blade feature was good as well. I mean, the tracks with them on it would be my favorites. Those are the two, in case you don't know them.
I'm rolling in an SUV. All this money.
Yeah, and overall, it's a pretty good album. It's not that long. I can appreciate that, but I think this is not really does not really feature the signature style of Thaiboy. I mean, it does have the same style, but it's just not as recognizable and not as enjoyable, in my opinion. So, I would still give it a 6.5 out of 10. It still has some enjoyable elements, some enjoyable hooks here and there, and it's not that bad overall. Then, to the last project of the day. Might turn this into a Toxiris Rant episode. I can't lie. Rainbow Bridge 3 by Sematary. Suggested by Kieran Cartwright. This project is the worst we've had on the series by far. This project literally gave me a headache. It literally does not have anything enjoyable to it. The only thing that saves it from a 0 out of 10 are those little DJ cuts in the middle. It was like, DJ motherfucker, I like this shit. That shit sounds good as fuck. But other than that, horrible project that does not have anything good to it. 1 out of 10. This is trash. With that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to suggest new albums for the next episodes in the comments. And have a great one. Hopefully a better one than this project.
Remember back then, all them hoes ain't want me. Now I'm ballin', all them same hoes on me. Mama told me that this came with the money and the motherfucking fame. Even though I feel the same, I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now.